Oh yeah, so now we're cooking. So this is gonna be a review of the, I guess we're gonna call it the Amazon 6 scale dynamic stand. Now this doesn't have to be specifically for 6 scale figures. You can actually use this for 1/12 scale and even Gundam Metal Build action figures or even Robot Spirits figures. It has various different type of adapters to attach the figure. The unit here is actually very strong. Alright, so this is how it looks like when you get it from Amazon. I guess this is what's the brand. You can look that up on Amazon and then you can buy it. It's relatively cheap. It's like $12 to $15. So it's not terrible. So here are the content of the stand. Obviously, the most important part here is this piece. This is the one that's holding up the figure, allowing it to, be dynamic. And then we have the base right here. We have various grips here. The one I find most useful, this one right here, the large one. This is for the male bodies, 6 scale male bodies. You can use a smaller one for the female bodies, like this one. This one would work, for slimmer, smaller female figures. And then we have this one. This is also very useful. This one here, the connection is not great, but this one allows you to customize the connection. So they come with various adapters, which I'm going to show you guys how this works and how you can connect this figure, connect the figures and stuff like that. All right, and then we have this one, which is also very useful if you have figures that you need a better grip on the figures. That way it doesn't fall off. And also if they are wearing clothing, the foam actually helps support, protect the clothing from getting damaged. All right, and that's it. So you get some of these connectors that actually plugs up the hole on the base, so that way you don't have a hole exposed like that. So this unit right here can be customized. In case if you need also have the crotch grabber in conjunction with the waist grabber. That way you get a more solid hold on the figure, like if you have a die-cast figure like an Iron Man or something that's heavy. Honestly, I don't recommend it. You can do that if you want to, but this is not something I would recommend doing. Die-cast figure, probably you want to get something a little bit more higher quality, like something at least like over $20 that can support it better. And this one makes me nervous to use anything more than a figure that weighs more than like 2 pounds. It's just not a good idea in my opinion. Okay, so we also have these clips right here. If you guys are familiar with Gunpla and stuff like that, you can actually just connect these parts right there like that. Oh, this is actually manufactured by the Jiaou brand. So they also do, 6 scale TPE style body, rubber bodies. Yeah, they're pretty popular with those female figures too. It's just a brand that I am not super familiar with. I prefer the other brand, but I think the Jiaou figures are actually pretty decent. Just I don't I can't find a deal with those figures. My distributor usually just carry the other brand. So we have these. This one I find it very very useful. This is actually very good. Followed by these, and these are all customizable. You can adjust the elevation, the angles, with a wrench, Phillips screw. So you can unscrew that and then change the angle if you need to. These are pretty robust actually. So yeah, pretty useful. Gonna put Storm Shadow on it and then see how he poses. Alright, so we have Storm Shadow here on the Storm Collectibles dynamic stand. This one doesn't elevate him high enough to be in a kicking pose, so it looks kind of stupid. So I'm gonna transplant him onto the Jiaou dynamic stand. Alright, so mission is success. The Storm Collectibles dynamic stand barely gets Storm Shadow off the ground. But this stand right here, I achieved the look that I want, which is very nice. I did actually have to use the crotch grabber add-on in order to help support, to balance him. Otherwise, he does, there's a tendency of that rotation point, uh, like, it tends to swing around, which is kind of ridiculous. So, yeah, getting him in this pose was a little tricky, but now it works. Looks really nice.